Stop for a moment. Before you decide anything, watch this. This story didn't start today. Something here doesn't add up. In recent years, the relationship between global luxury brands and K-pop artists has evolved from simple endorsements into strategic business partnerships. One name that continues to stand out in this landscape is Jeon Jungkook of BTS. While fans often celebrate his influence, industry observers are increasingly pointing to another perspective. The brands themselves may be the biggest winners. The discussion began gaining momentum after Jungkook's collaborations with major luxury and fashion houses, including Calvin Klein, Hublot, and Chanel, drew significant attention across global markets. Each partnership generated measurable results in visibility, engagement, and consumer interest, reinforcing the growing value of K-pop artists in international branding. When Jungkook was announced as a global ambassador for Calvin Klein, the campaign quickly dominated online conversations. Social media mentions surged, and campaign visuals spread rapidly across platforms such as Instagram, X, TikTok, and YouTube. Industry analysts reported sharp increases in search volume for Calvin Klein products, particularly items featured in Jungkook's campaign. Beyond social media metrics, the impact was reflected in consumer behavior. Several fashion tracking platforms noted that key Calvin Klein items associated with the campaign experienced increased online demand shortly after release. Retail observers also reported higher engagement from younger consumers, a demographic luxury and premium brands have been actively targeting. For Calvin Klein, the collaboration represented more than a celebrity endorsement. It positioned the brand within contemporary youth culture and connected it directly to Jungkook's global fanbase, which spans Asia, North America, Europe, and the Middle East. The campaign successfully blended fashion marketing with pop culture influence, creating sustained visibility rather than a short-term promotional spike. A similar pattern emerged when Jungkook became associated with Swiss luxury watchmaker Hublot. Known for its focus on craftsmanship, innovation, and exclusivity, Hublot has traditionally targeted high-net-worth customers and luxury collectors. By aligning with Jungkook, the brand gained access to a broader and younger audience without compromising its premium positioning. Following the announcement, Hublot experienced a notable increase in online engagement, particularly from regions where K-pop consumption has grown rapidly. Industry reports highlighted a rise in brand-related searches and social media interaction. For a luxury watch brand operating in a highly competitive segment, this level of digital visibility represents significant marketing value. The partnership also demonstrated a broader industry shift. Luxury brands are no longer relying solely on traditional advertising channels or legacy ambassadors. Instead, they are investing in cultural figures who can generate organic global attention across multiple platforms simultaneously. Chanel, another brand frequently mentioned in discussions around Jungkook's potential or rumored associations, represents the high fashion sector's ongoing interest in K-pop influence. Although Chanel has a long history of working with Korean celebrities, the conversation around Jungkook reflects the industry's recognition of his unique reach and cross-market appeal. Whether through official partnerships or public appearances in luxury fashion, Jungkook's influence often translates into immediate brand exposure. Fashion monitoring agencies have repeatedly observed that items worn by him tend to sell out quickly or trend online, a phenomenon commonly referred to as the Jungkook effect. This effect is not limited to fashion alone. It reflects a broader consumer pattern driven by parasocial connection and cultural influence. Fans do not simply follow an artist's music. They also pay attention to lifestyle choices, fashion preferences, and brand associations. For companies, this creates a powerful bridge between celebrity visibility and purchasing behavior. Public response to these collaborations has been largely positive, though not without debate. Supporters argue that Jungkook represents a new generation of global cultural leaders who bring authenticity and international diversity to traditionally Western-dominated luxury industries. Critics, on the other hand, question whether brands risk becoming overly dependent on celebrity influence. From a business perspective, however, the numbers continue to support the strategy. Marketing analysts estimate that a single high-profile K-pop ambassador can generate media value equivalent to millions of dollars in traditional advertising exposure. The combination of social media virality, fan-driven content, and international press coverage creates a multiplier effect that few conventional campaigns can match. Another key factor is Jungkook's public image. Known for a balanced reputation that combines global star power with a relatively low level of controversy, he offers brands a stable and widely accepted figure. In an industry where brand safety is a major concern, this level of reliability adds significant strategic value. The timing of these partnerships also reflects broader industry trends. As luxury brands seek growth beyond traditional markets, Asia, particularly South Korea, has become a critical region. At the same time, digital engagement has become the primary channel for brand discovery among younger consumers. Jungkook's global digital presence aligns closely with both priorities. The influence extends beyond immediate sales or engagement metrics. Brand perception studies suggest that collaborations with globally recognized artists can reposition a company's image, making it appear more modern, culturally relevant, and connected to youth culture. This long-term brand equity is often considered more valuable than short-term revenue gains. Market observers also point out that Jungkook's solo music activities have strengthened his individual brand identity beyond BTS. His chart performance, streaming numbers, and international media coverage have expanded his reach into mainstream global audiences. For partner brands, this means exposure not only to K-pop fans, but also to general consumers who follow global pop culture trends. Social media data supports this broader reach. Campaign-related content featuring Jungkook frequently achieves engagement levels that exceed industry benchmarks for celebrity endorsements. User-generated content, including reactions, styling recreations, and product discussions, further extends the lifespan of each campaign. Public discussion around these partnerships has gradually shifted from fan excitement to industry analysis. Increasingly, marketing professionals and business media are framing the conversation around return on investment and brand growth. The narrative is changing from which brands does Jungkook represent to which brands are gaining the most from his influence. At the same time, competition among luxury brands to secure high-impact cultural ambassadors has intensified. K-pop artists, including members of BTS, BLACKPINK, and other globally recognized groups, are now seen as strategic assets in international marketing. Jungkook remains one of the most sought-after figures due to his combination of global recognition, strong engagement metrics, and cross-demographic appeal. There is also a broader cultural dimension to consider. The increasing presence of Korean artists in luxury campaigns reflects the globalization of the fashion and luxury industries. Cultural influence is no longer flowing in one direction. Instead, brands are adapting to a multi-market environment where cultural relevance can drive business performance. For consumers, these collaborations blur the line between entertainment and commerce. Music releases, fashion campaigns, and brand content often circulate within the same digital spaces. This integrated exposure reinforces brand awareness in ways that traditional advertising rarely achieves. Industry experts caution, however, that celebrity influence alone is not a guaranteed long-term strategy. Sustainable success still depends on product quality, brand identity, and consistent customer experience. The most effective partnerships are those where the artist's image aligns naturally with the brand's values and positioning. In Jungkook's case, the alignment has generally been seen as strong. His image combines accessibility with global star status, allowing both premium and luxury brands to maintain exclusivity while still appealing to a wider audience. As the global marketing landscape continues to evolve, the role of cultural figures like Jungkook is expected to expand further. Data-driven influencer partnerships, global digital campaigns, and cross-industry collaborations are becoming standard practice for brands seeking international growth. At the center of the current discussion is a simple observation. While celebrity endorsements often focus on the artist's prestige, the measurable business impact increasingly highlights the advantage for the brands themselves. At this moment, Calvin Klein, Hublot, and other luxury names associated with Jungkook continue to benefit from heightened visibility, expanded audience reach, and strong digital engagement. Public interest remains high, and industry attention shows no sign of slowing down. The situation today reflects a broader shift in global marketing strategy. Cultural influence, digital reach, and international fan communities have become central drivers of brand value.